Hello and welcome. How are we all doing? I hope all have a good start to the weekend. Okay. Bit colder in the woodlands today. It's been nice weather the last few days, but it's been a bit nippier, so a bit different. Hey ho. I get a few times like this. Anyway, so we are back with some more deving on our stream assistant. Last time we were doing this, we were working on the channel points tracker. So we're going to continue with this for tonight. We made some fairly good progress last time. We were working on some other bits before then, so I'm hoping to get it finished today. Then there's a regression I want to address. Devious raised it. I completely missed this, but it turns out that our quote fest is no longer giving the indentation. Hey, speak of the devil. Hey, Devious, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Next time I kidnap someone, remind me to shut them up. I mean, that seems like a perfectly solid idea to me. Oh, and they've got cats always land on their feet, and I'm a Kashi. Oh, spelling mistake. Spelling mistake. Okay, someone remind me to fix that spelling mistake later on. Yeah, I was just saying, Genius. I did have a look at the QuoteFest command. Went through the history. You can see on screen. I misspelled that. It seems that there's a bit of a regression. When I implemented the cooldown for the quote fest and that led to it. I buggered up the implementation, so the cooldown works, but I accidentally removed the index being given for the quote fest. So, easy enough fix. We know why it's broken. I will get this done once I have finished getting on with our channel points tracker. So, hopefully get it done today. I'm not planning on deploying a new version of Lakea for a short while because I want to get a bunch of other work done. But once I deploy the new version of Lakea, that'll be fixed. Yeah, bit of a whoopsie, but at least it'll be there for future. We know why now. I was a little concerned when you first pointed it out because I was like, how the bloody hell have I managed that? But no, it turns out to just be a minor mistake. A minor thing that is easily fixed. So, it's not always the bug itself that's the problem. Sometimes it's trying to figure out the cause of it. So, anyways, we had this last time. Got the class to store data. We have an example class for that. Let's see. So, started setting up a manager. It can create a file when a user redeems points. So, we want to make changes to this. Okay, yeah. Create new use file and then read. Yeah, okay. Boom. Stock up on those random attacks, eh? Oh, how you been anyway, Jeeves? How's the week been treating you? Hope it's been chill. So we've got the data now. We are going to want to change it's up on me. What have we got? The redeems. Go on to loop. That'd be a dictionary. You can't serialize dictionaries actually. So yeah, there's no point in making that a dictionary. Okay, no, we'll leave it as an array and we'll just search through. So we'll do the Found bleed. Oh, you really stocked up there. How many of those do you have left? Didn't you say you had over 400 odd a few streams ago? Each. Why is it doing? Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right. Oh, it's because that's what we're passing in. Why are we passing it? Oh, yeah, for the data from the thing because we standardized it. Redeem. Redeem. Okay. Channel points. Is that what we called it? That doesn't right. Points. Channel points. Redeemed. There we go. 460. I want to get this done just because I want to see. I'm hoping. Hang on. Let's have a look. Does this? Okay, yeah. The stream assistant can pick up that kind of thing. So it would be awesome to have our channel points tracker for exactly this kind of thing, so we can see how many like points each person spending. I just think it'll be a cool thing to add. I think folks have mentioned it before. Pretty sure we've been speaking about it for a while. Yeah, it should be a good one. It should definitely be a good one. And I'm making sure this works a lot better than the warp streak. The warp streak, honestly, just didn't work. I'm not entirely sure why, but I didn't implement it well. So I'll tear out the implementation we've got and I'll fix that later on. Pretty sure I made a ticket somewhere. Lakea events bypass and announcement error. The tour arguments, that's what I definitely want to do. Maybe not then. Huh. Okay, maybe later on then. I thought I may have won. Maybe I still need to do that. Anyway, let's get this done. Team. Team. Channel point. Teams. 0. Really put this in like a try catch. I'll deal with that later on. I will deal with that later on. Have that as. Don't leave it as no, because then we know specify that. If actually revise this slightly. String team ID data. It's and team args. Here we go. Oh no, that's not it. Follow. Time. Here we go. Redeem ID. You really like put these into something else. Maybe making enums or something. Something to consider. Well, back up. That means having time. But if team ID got team what? That's right. Or do team dot. You don't need that bad. Check if it's no longer. That do current read. Not past that. This is why things like AI and that aren't perfect, because example like that, it's not always going to pass things for. It's not always going to be passing things for you. Don't think I will. After I'm going to you now, I'm going to be that terrible streamer and be unprofessional. Oh, right, bad to paying attention, bad to that, and then break. So, need to check if we found the redeem, because if we haven't found it, it's possible it's a new one. And we need to behave differently depending on if it exists or not. So, if the current redeem is equal to null, then we need to create a new redeem and add it. So we redeem new. Hang on. That is an array. We need to. Is there an idea way of doing what I think we're gonna do? I can't just define a new array and like loop through it, but I'm sure there's a better way. Sharp concatenate arrays. X. Okay, that seems to be an option. That works. And so this powerful functional is interop called. Yeah, that is the reason I prefer lists. They are typically easier to work with. That is also.
Why did the teddy bear say no to dessert? Because she was stuffed. What do you call a fly without wings? I walk wings.
I had to like, she was saying that so slowly. I was looking at this, I didn't hear it first. That is a terrible dad joke. For fuck's sake, genius. Oh man, why do you need such a long? Some people in their answers Stack Overflow. Oh man, I feel like that's one of like the oldest dad jokes as well. That's like a proper old dad joke. That. Okay, looks like there are various ways of doing this. I'm kind of leaning towards the copy. I don't want to use the list because I don't want to have to include. Is a classic? Oh yeah, that I can get. To inefficient for large arrays. Mediums are up to 10,000 elements. I mean, we're not likely to get 10,000 elements because we can only have up to 50 redeems on Twitch anyway. Hey, Carly, good to see you. Hope you're keeping well. I had to like open and close the app 3 times before I could write in chat. Yeah, that sounds about right. You think, like, come on, Twitch. Come on. Fix the mobile app. You've just announced a change to try and deal with view botting. Why don't you try and fix the platform for your viewers? Fix the fucking mobile app. Oh boy. I'm not bad, thanks. Little knackered, bit of a long week, but yeah, good outside that. Hope you're keeping well. I've had like a fun new project to get stuck into. It's just been a prototype for now, and yes, I know, another project. But this one's for someone else in defense. In my defense, this one's for someone else. So that should be fun. Yeah, all things chill. All things chill. Probably gonna try and get another story video done by the end of the weekend. I think that's gonna be my job for the weekend. Oh, and some housework, like the hedge in the front garden, is getting overgrown. I've got to sort that out. How are you doing anyway? I hope you're keeping well. That looks like that way would work. What about the copy? Unmanaged place is a number prime. To be fair, this looks like this will work for. Why do you have to? Anyway, let's use this then. Boom. Give that a go. Comment that out. It's just so I can. So we can actually even do this all on one line. Actually, we can do user channel points themes equals. And a bit annoying, Dave found out by coincidence that our automated update publisher service for non-Windows updates hadn't sent updates out for a while. That's annoying. What was the reason it's not been sending out updates? Was it like, did it get... This might seem a little ironic, but I wouldn't be surprised. Was it an update that broke it? It would be ironic if it was, but I wouldn't be surprised. 4 hours. Oh, joys. It was one of those, was it? Oh, nightmare. I think so, yeah. Ironic, but not surprising. Were you able to get it sorted then, or is it one that's going to take a while to fix? Depends on how badly the update bugged it, really, isn't it? Let's see. Oh. What are we? We are going user dot channel points themes concatenate to a we'll go 1, 2. I could do it all on one line, but that would get a little messy. Of course, these don't have a constructor. At least trying to see the limits of getting it to write out output for us. Theme. Taking that. Theme dot name data theme title theme for name redemption count 1, maybe first time it's been used. Then redeem dot redemption total spent equal but we have I made no dot int data, that's string at the moment, cost. Go. It changed its vendor name to the same as it was, which left 2 different but identical vendors, which meant it wasn't being included in our update schedule, and I just had to include the second instance of it. What threw me off was that was it a case of, was it splitting the updates between the 2 instances then? It was finding some of them, but not all. Was it like splitting between the 2? Or was it a different issue? That lot up. Basically, yes. Yeah, that is definitely one of the... When it comes to anything software related, and Genius will like know this from like this kind of issue, one of the hardest times to try and diagnose an issue. This isn't just like software engineering. This is just like software on the whole. Well, actually, no, that is software engineering, because it's basically the engineer of software. But when a problem is inconsistent, that is when it can be really difficult to try and diagnose what the root cause of it is. Because if you're getting different outcomes in seemingly the same circumstances, makes it really difficult to figure out. Now, there is always a difference. Because of how computers work, it cannot be exactly the same. But trying to figure out that difference sometimes is not easy. It really can be an absolute fucking nightmare. Sometimes you can find it pretty quick. Other times you can be at it for literally weeks on end. It's the fucking worst, as Genius has just said. It really is. Anyway, so that gives us our redeem. Concatenate redeem. Got do array. So let's see what that looks like. Else. There. Actually, that might not. I think I want to get the. This might actually not be. We go on. Let's do int index int dot min value. And for bomb, change all this int x equals 0, x less than user dot channel point deemed length x plus if user dot point x don't need current redeem anymore. You want index x. There we go. I am a troubleshooter by heart, and I'm usually very quick to narrow issues down. This time was different. You always get that, don't you? No matter how good you are, you'll always come across an instance every now and again where no matter what you do, you cannot seem to nail it down. And it's not a indication of lack of skill or ability or anything like that. It really is just to do with the variety of problems and that you can be faced by these. Technology is fucking complicated. There's no two ways about it. It is fucking complicated. And while you can be quite quick to solve things sometimes, other times it can be a fucking nightmare. Alright, so in this case, x found thing here instead if index equals int dot min value. So what we're doing instead, we're looping through the array, checking the index of each redeem in the array. And if we find the one we want, we're making note of the index, meaning we can make note of it later on. If we haven't made note of the index, if it's still minimum value, that means the redeem doesn't exist. We create a new redeem. If it has been found, then we want to edit that redeem. And usually I get a kick out of issues I can't solve right away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's fun to have a challenge. Sometimes it can be fun to try and figure out the logistics. Other times it's oh, finally this bastard's done. I can completely relate to that. Completely relate. I have had many instances of stuff like that in these stream tools. Usually I love working on them. It can be a great challenge and such, but other times it's oh, I'm so glad this is fucking fixed. Oh, I'm so glad. There's still one. I've not looked at it in a while, but a few folks may remember we used to have channel redeems dynamically be made and edited, like when Lakea was caught. But that doesn't happen anymore. That's because it kept being really inconsistent and causing problems. So I've had to disable it for now. And while I've got ideas for how to, like, improve it, fix it, make it more reliable and such, then bring it back, I haven't got around to it yet because it's just a bastard of a job to have to do. So it is coming. It will get there, just not yet. Let's get the pulse here. We are. Hey, Wolf Warrior, good to see you, bud. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Get that training in. User dot channel points teams index dot redemption count plus because it's been redeemed. We found it. Then we want to add to the total point spent dot redeems index dot redemption total spent plus equal the 2 int 32 data. That ain't right. That is definitely not right. Let's grab that. Yeah, I'm getting more ads than you. 2 in like 15 minutes, really? Yeah, that's a ball ache. I'll remind me later on in Discord, Carly. I'll take a look, see if there's something I can do about it. But I've not changed anything, so I suspect this is Twitch's doing. I only remember 1 or 2 infinite loops. Oh, there was a bitch. I will fix that. Hang on. Ooh, what are you playing, Genius? You know me, just trying to get 200 for passing. Yeah, bring in that Monopoly. Ooh, quote first. Doesn't matter what's between your legs, you can still bleed. Hey, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Right, what am I doing? Redeem. Yes, redeem cost. I can remember that. You know what? We're here right now. Let's just I can show you my ads manager. I've not opened this in a while. So, like, this is what I have it set to. I have it set to 3 minutes an hour. I can make it lower, but the problem with making it lower is if it enables pre-rolls. By having it 3 minutes an hour, we shouldn't have pre-rolls. It should only be, like, mid-rolls. But Twitch keep fucking changing it, and it doesn't always seem to make a fucking difference. This is the main thing that annoys me. Like, exactly. It's not 3 minutes. I usually get... Exactly. Like, I don't know why, and that's what annoys me. I don't mind it being said this way. I don't mind them running ads or enforcing ads, because, like, as much as it sucks, I can see why. But if you're going to give the streamers control, then this should fucking well make a difference. If this isn't going to do anything, don't fucking give us the option like it's giving us... That's what pisses me off. That's what genuinely pisses me off. Anyway, what are some of those quotes? Losers are the friends we made along the way. Yeah, I know you're not blaming me, Carly. It genuinely pisses me off as a streamer. Like, I want to be able to, like, control this to some extent, but I can't, even though Twitch seems to offer me it. Devious, thank you so much for the gifted sub, Carly. Enjoy your gifted sub, courtesy of Devious. Enjoy. Thanks so much for all the support, Devious. Genuinely, dude, you do so much to support not just me, but others in the community, and I genuinely cannot thank you enough. You are an amazing person, bud. So, yeah. It sucks, but there we go. Aye, keep being awesome, bud. Right, okay. Let's see. So, we've edited that. We also want to edit one other thing as well, because we have a... Max has just joined the chat, hasn't he? Lakea as well! You fucking serious?
Oh, it's cute you think this will hold me. I'll humor you. For now.
Wow! Max, Carly has just had a wonderful time being gifted a subscription by the one and only Genius. And the moment that they get it, the moment that their like weekend is made, you
First
go
you
and take a
captured me,
shit
and
on
now
them.
you want me to do my job. You didn't think this through, did you?
You go and take a shit on them by not just capturing me, but capturing Lakea. 3 more punches. Yes! In a dev stream as well. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's a good point. She's gonna be sassing us every time I have to test the command now as part of the stream. Lakea is going to be sassing me. Thanks, Max. Thanks. Oh, how are you doing anyway, bud? Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, the quote command doesn't do it. Any of like the default commands that are built into Lakea don't trigger the retorts. I do have some rework to do on that. I do have some rework to do on some of it. It needs to be things like the Discord command and stuff like that. Basically, any of the commands that aren't built in. And there's no way of you guys knowing which commands are.
It was amusing when you could torment Materies. It's less amusing now that he's dragged me into it.
So I'm working on it. It's on my to-do list. We'll be less active today, dealing with extreme exhaustion. Oh, is that why you decided to capture both of us then? You can't be bothered to deal with our bullshit. Or more like, accurately, my bullshit, and you just take it out on Lakea. No worries, bud. Look after yourself. Hope you have an easy time over the weekend. Get some rest. Anyway, so, we've done that now. So, now we want to increase user.channel points total spent equal third dot to data team cost. There we go. Wanted a quick laugh. Yeah, wow. That says a lot about the Arctic folks who wants a quick laugh. Uses Lakea as like a hostage for his entertainment. No worries, bud. Definitely get some rest. It sounds like you've had a long week. Take care of yourself. I have spoke to Elderfane. I've sent him a load of voice lines, or like written voice lines. It's a lot. It is a lot. They're gonna have a look this weekend, and we're gonna like work some stuff out. They have said they're happy to like do voice lines, and we're gonna get it sorted. But because we're effectively having to re-record all the old ones, because obviously it's like a new voice artist for Lakea, as well as any new ones, it's gonna be a short while. But they are coming. They are coming. We are gonna have new stuff soon. Also, Fram's done like the sketches for the next D&D video. I got them like the other week. So like hopefully that means she's now free to like move on to our emotes and stuff like that. So things are moving. Things are moving. Always nice to see. Finish me cuppa. Finish me cuppa. So now we've added that. Now we want to write. JSON. Write JSON file. To write it user file, and we want to pass in. Okay, so now in theory. Max, you may have actually... Where do you get sassed by Lakea? I need to test this, but I need to use a channel redeem in order to test it. And Lakea is going to give me an earful when I've got to try to... Max, you really have timed... You've properly done me over here. We've got, like, the real Lakea over here, and we've got the developer Lakea. And I need to test Dev Lakea, but the real Lakea is a little tied up right now, and she's going to be pissed at me for, like, trying to test things. Thanks, Max. Alright, let's get it over with. Let's go with that one.
First you captured me, and now you want me to do my job. You didn't think this through, did you?
Okay, there we go. Oh, shit, that, Oh, why did that throw an error? The dev version really does not like things trying to appear on stream, and I don't know why. It's only in the dev version. Did that bugger things? I think that buggered things. There is some good news though. Second Fram into the grid, 9 out of 10. Damn! That's awesome. Nice going, dude. Yeah, that's definitely a good grade. Good job. Wasn't me, honey. Yeah, sure. Sure. Oh, relax real low with that in mind. Some stress off your shoulders. Absolutely. That's definitely something you can wind down on. Alright, let's try that again. I give that a second to boot up. Let's try once. Not gonna make something appear on stream. Let's go with fucking that'll do. Yeah, you definitely deserve a treat after that one, dude. Unrecognized channel redeem. Okay, did that get it? That did not. It doesn't count if I use it, Genius. I've just needed a trigger. Leave me alone. Stop making my life harder. It always counts. No. If it always counts, you're going to get so much lore off me today, and I have nothing else for any other streams. It doesn't count if I figure it. I need something, dude. Right, I'm putting my foot down. That doesn't count. If I trigger it, that doesn't count. Know this would have happened if Lakea paid me gold? Hey, look, don't take it up with me. You've got her caught. You've got her cornered. Take it up with her. Quick, before she figures out how to get 3 from your half a mile of rope. Anyway, what am I doing? Stop yelling. Why is that not working? Hang on. I might have an idea as to why it's not working. Let's look at our absolute mess of a Twitch file. On bits, on channel redeem. Yeah, this is why we never actually... Oh, wait, no, we do. Huh. Why is it not writing it? Interesting. Hey, Pequod. Good. No, Marmalade, dude. I'm not explaining that on stream. Not right now. Not while I'm trying to do fucking development. Pequod, you're an asshole. Wonder if I should capture Lakea every dev stream from now. Are you gonna have enough arrows for that? Poor Lakea, what has she done to deserve this? Don't bring up the gold again. That minor details, Max. How you doing, Pequod? You have chance to recover from yesterday? It was an awesome day out yesterday. For context, me, Pequod, and a number of others went over to Alton Towers yesterday. That was awesome. I mean, I was fine, like 5 minutes after I got off it. But certainly, like, as I was stepping off, I was thinking, I did not, like... So, I have not been to a theme park in years, and I never used to like big roller coasters. But I thought, hey, I've been invited, it'll be an awesome day out, and who knows, maybe I've changed. Got there, looked and saw the big rides, and I was like, nope, not happening. But we found like a minecart ride. There was a number of roads I got on that I quite enjoyed. And there was one called the Wicker Man. And I don't know who it was, but someone said that the Wicker Man was less intense than the minecart. And I pretty much enjoyed the minecart, except for one bit where it seemed like the ceiling was a bit too low as you went into like a underground bit. I kept ducking for that bit, thinking I was going to smack my head. It was CJ. CJ's a fucking liar. CJ's a fucking liar. But yeah, someone said that Wicker Man wasn't. Go. No worries. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, Carly. So yeah, I agreed to go on the Wicker Man, and it was not less intense than the minecart. We got to like the top of the like climb, and then it was just a case of looking down at the rest of the track. And I don't know if anyone heard me, but I went, oh fuck, just as we crested the top, and we went down, and I was like, it's not the adrenaline. I am very reactive. Like, you guys don't see this on stream anymore, but maybe like Genius and I will remember from the old channel. If I get hyped up, I move. I move around a lot. I want to move. And if I've got adrenaline running, holy shit, I'm going to be working. I need to move with the adrenaline. So the idea of being strapped down, not allowed to move, even if it is for the sake of my own protection to not go flying out the roller coaster, I don't want to. I want to move. Materies is such a coward to skip the blue ride. I know, right? I know. I didn't join for the bluey ride. I didn't join for the bluey. Hey, in fairness, I like, as much as that was the kids area, looking at it, I did kind of think afterwards, you know what? Maybe I should have gone on that one. I probably should have gone on the bluey one. I actually do kind of regret not going on the bluey. I will admit to that. That's rough. Oh, you're trying to pun up further there, Genius. Oh, man. So, yeah, honestly, it was an awesome day. I'm really glad to have got the invite and to go out. So, like, hope you've had a chance to recover P-Quad. It was a solid time. Definitely a do again. Hey, as someone mentioned about the beach, I'd be game for a beach day. Just saying. Although I will say, if we go to the beach, I will absolutely channel my inner 8-year-old and just dig a hole. That is literally what I do. I will just dig a hole and I'll see how big we can get the hole. Except I am an adult now. So instead of coming with the little kiddie-like plastic thing, I will literally come with like a garden shovel. Like, I will do that. Max, don't you fucking dare, you little... Max, you little shitling. Especially with Danny. Yeah, that's a fair point. Oh, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll pack a load of bubble wrap. We'll pack a load of bubble wrap. That's one way to keep her out of trouble. I don't understand where the hose has come from. I get where the rest of the accusations come from, but why the hose? Oh, I thought we were going to get this done today, but it's not looking likely, is it? And guess what Twitch did? Is this the view button thing, P-Quad? Is this the view button thing, or is it something?
Yes, I'm still caught. No, I'm still not enjoying it. And yes, I'm still going to wring your neck for this.
Yeah, sorry, P-Quad. I need to change that by the moment. Bits events when Lakea's caught. Yeah, she'll sass you, but you don't get the actual events. Okay, so I'll run it for you in a second. Hang on, I'll run it for you and then I'll explain what it is. Hyphen add. Loser. There you go. So what this is, P-Quad, is when Lakea is caught, how long she's caught for depends on who captures her and what level their character is in the minigame. But you can see when she's caught, that's why we have like a cat tied to a tree. That's not just a weird like 18 plus thing. No, that's actually to show she's caught. She's unable to process events. And that includes things like channel redeems, bits, events, stuff like that. But she will sass you. She will sass you because you expect her to do a job when she's a bit stuck. It's literally a cartoon cat, Genius. Literally a cartoon cat. But I do need to get it so the bits events will still run. Because it's not particularly fair people spending bits only for it to not trigger. So that is on my to-do list. This evening has been helping sort out some bits. Also booked for Confuzzle photo shoot. Let's go. Yeah, because it's your first Confuzzle with P-Quad, isn't it? With your full suit. That's going to be awesome. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that's honestly, I'm so hyped for Confuzzle. It's only a few weeks away now. Right, okay. I do want to keep chatting, but I do need to actually sort this out. Oh, man. Definitely a good thing I don't allow kids in it. Right, okay. Let's try this again. My character law. There we go. No comments. But yeah, no comments. Absolutely. Nothing else. Not more law. Someone else needs to redeem it for it to work. Okay, create new user file. Yeah. Okay. That creates a user. If you want more law, Genius, you've got to use it yourself. Gotta use it yourself. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Channel points. Okay, total spend 2. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. What? Why are we back here? Hey? How have we ended up... How have we ended up here? How many seconds of law are we entitled to per... Oh, God, it's not really down to the seconds. I just kind of spout some law and go from there. I don't know. I don't really count the law somewhere between 3 seconds and 30 seconds. Let's go with that. Like 60? I mean, maybe. Between 3 seconds and 60 seconds. I don't know. How long do I normally yap for? It's probably longer than that, but I don't want to set a minimum bar too low because I know what you guys are like. You'll start tracking me to the second. I need to take my jumper off. It's getting warm in here. Oh. Right. Oh, I'm back. He has a name in 3 seconds? No, you can say that in like 1 second. You are underestimating how many words a normal person can like get into a second. Like, I can only say that with some certainty because of like the editing with like the audio and stuff I do for the videos. Trust me, you can fit a lot in that. You can fit a lot in 3 seconds. I don't know, 5 seconds? I didn't, like I said, I don't want to set it too high. Like, I've not really set a specific thing. I just kind of like spout some stuff. I was able to say the word fuck 10 times in 3 seconds on me. Yeah, that's not a surprise. Rita was, ooh, that ride. I'm not going on Rita. I'm never going on Rita. Like, if you guys want to know what Rita is, look up Alton Towers UK Rita. It's a pretty big roller coaster. It is pretty harsh, that one. I did not go on it, and I do not regret not going on that one. Really fun. I appreciate it was short. It definitely didn't look long. Like, it was going through, like, its queue pretty quick, that's for sure. Right, what exactly is going wrong in this? For some reason, it no likey. It no likey. Oh yeah, you can see when Lakea is getting free on this. Let's try that again. Do we have a different one that's not law-based? There we go. I can buy myself viewer attacks. And now I'm not gonna get yelled at for not giving law. Take that, genius. Oh, I'm now yelling at people in my own chat. How's that going for? Who we did? Why are we ending up on WebSocket disconnected? Why are we ending? I don't understand. Why is making you redeem? Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I might have an idea that maybe reason behind why that bit's fucking up. But I need to step through it again to make sure. I'm not convinced it is, but it's a potential. It's a potential. Right, let's try that again. Let's grab. We want to grab where was it? View attack. 5 seconds of cash short. That would be 432,000 points. Make you fill out an entire 3-hour stream with lore. Look, if you're going to try and expect me to fill out an entire stream with lore off the top of my head without any planning or like looking through notes or anything like that, you're going to need to spend a fucking lot of points. Sorry, Genius, but if you want 3 hours worth of lore, I might need a bit of prep time for that one. I'm good. I'm not that good. Okay, let's see. So stepping into this, you can start. Hey, no. This is where we go to improv. Improv is for like 3 minutes, Pequod. 3 hours, that's a lot of improv. If I was that good at improv, I wouldn't be working as a software engineer. Like, can start now while I save up the hours. Oh, cool, because I know you will do it. I know you'll do it. I'll have to start planning for next stream. You're a DM? Yes, but DMs usually have like little micro breaks. Every time that a player is talking, that's a micro break. Every time the players are talking to each other, that's a micro break. Every time that there's a battle and you've got people rolling die and stuff like that, that's a micro break. All of that is little amounts of time to help you get one step ahead. Think ahead of the time. If you're talking continuously, that's not the same thing. You better be good at improv when players go off the tracks. Yeah. I feel like my DMing skills have gone down over the last couple of years. Not as good as I used to be. Well, that's just because I do it a lot less now, to be fair. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Like, how long is it gonna take you to get to that many points? 432,000? Ooh, it's probably gonna be a while. Anyway, so let's see. So if we step into that. User. Channel point. Team. So that is 0. Right, so why? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot, that's why. Those are the wrong way around. We need to define how big our array is when we make it. Whether it's one element big or whether it's no elements big. I had it the wrong way around, so I was making it so there was no elements big when we need an element in there. That's my bad. That's on me. I'm a fucking idiot. Depends how motivated I am. Having known you for a while and some of the things you've done, like getting to 1,000 like viewing points. Yeah. I'm as motivated as I was with the attack, so I guess a year's time. Yeah, that would sound about right. It would certainly be a while, wouldn't it? It would not be a quickie. Oh, there we go. Writing JSON file. That's what we're looking for. So if we close that now, And we look at this. Here we go. And document. There, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. So if I run this again, use that redeem. Yes, Jason. Who's Jason? Jason, what a dickhead. He's an absolute prick. I don't know who he is, but he's a dickhead. Okay, let's use a couple more of these. Viewer attack. Random viewer attack. Yeah, viewer attack. Go. He is a child. Oh shit! Now I feel like a dickhead. Now I feel like a dickhead. Fuck. Sean. What, is Sean the father? Right, Sean's the dickhead. He's the bastard. Jason's fine. He's just stuck with a dickhead of a father. Anyway, right, so now if we come back here, awesome. Open that up again, and then format document. Heck yeah, this is what we like to see. So, we've got my name, we've got the Twitch ID, he's another child. Fuck, where are all these... who's the guardian for all these kids? Who's letting them run around? They're brothers. Oh, great. Fuck. Where's the parents? Like, come on. Come on. Where are the mothers? Where are the fathers? Where are the guardians, eh? This is the part where you tell me that the parents are dead and they're orphaned. And I'm going to feel like an even bigger dickhead. Oh, man. Anyway, so that is now working as we want. That is now working as we want. Is there anything else we want on this? Was it just a pack shell points, a stick we found loaded on that? We're not loading them in, so we don't need to do that. Chaz can check how many points they've spent. Okay, so we do need to add a new default command then. We need to add a new default command. For now, we're just going to make it so that people can load things. Oh no, that's the Twitch user one, that's why. This one. No, that's still not right. I can tell Materies has never played Heavy Rain. No, I've never played Heavy Rain. You're gonna have to tell me more about that. Something special just happened. Learn now that my town is on flying above people's houses. People rage about it. Not me, as I haven't flown in weeks, nor do I fly close. I mean, how close are they, how close are they flying? Like, if they're, like, way up in the air so they're barely visible and they're not, like, using cameras to look at people, then people have nothing to complain about. If they are flying too close to people's gardens and property, though, there's, like, there is a reason they could be moaning there. Jason dies in a car accident and Sean is kidnapped. I don't care about spoilers. God, spoiling the end of the movie there, Genius. Or book. Yeah, that does suck, actually. Because even if they're, like... If it's one person, it does affect everyone else with, like, what the laws and rules are. That does suck, actually. Oh, that's why. Plus equals fucking... If we, get rid of... Set this to 300 just so it's consistent with the rest of that. Hopefully, someone like talks to that person.
If you don't want your prisoners to escape, then perhaps you should try searching them for knives.
There we go. Lakea's got 3. Supposed to keep a minute 150. Yeah, that's a pretty high distance. Then it is from those distance, people could be radio of nothing, but there's a chance to really break your law. That's the thing. Like when it's Chinese whispers, this is why I don't pay a whole lot of attention to like drama in the furry community or like on the Twitch community or anything like that, because so often there's a lot of Chinese whispers at play. So until I find genuine facts or more to like form my own opinion on, I tend not to pay much attention. And this is one of those cases where it sucks, because yeah, it might have an impact on the law and make it harder for you to fly legally, but like what? there's not a lot you can do about it. There's a middle-aged man flying around by the beach while I was there. Disgusting. Yeah, was he on his own like little wing? Lower my run in weeks due to the situation of the world. Yeah, no, that is very fair. Like, it sucks that is the case, but it is understandable. Like, the way drones are being used in certain locations around the world at the moment is, it's very interesting from a like engineering point of view. Like, it's impressive, but it's also kind of scary. Yeah. Boom. That's entirely fair, Max. Hopefully you get to fly again soon. What is a Chinese whisper? Nah, a recorder drone. What, is a recorder drone the modern day Chinese whisper? Is that what we're saying? Come on, we're in 2026. We don't call it Chinese whispers no more. We call it recording drones. Like, come on. You're all passing around recording drones. What are you playing at? Anyway, I need to actually, like, test this. Team. Okay. What is a Chinese? Oh, are you asking like genuinely? Chinese whispers is it's a term in the UK. It used to actually be a little game where the kids would play, where you'd all sit in a circle. One person would whisper something the next person's, and they would pass it along in a whisper in the next person's ear. You'd go around the circle, and by the way it got to the last person, they would have to say what they heard out aloud to see if what they heard was the same as what it started with. Because you would always get people who would... some people would just change it for the sake of it. So, like, some kids would change it because they think they're funny. Others would just mishear it. Like, genuinely not trying to be problematic. They'll genuinely just mishear what was heard. So it started off as like a game to like teach kids how things can move, like how when people talk to each other, stories can change, and what people think are facts can become more distorted. Not everyone necessarily remembers that, but I remember like being a kid with those lessons. And now it's become a bit of a turn of phrase for when people talk to each other. Effectively, it's the rumor mill. When people say people are playing Chinese whispers, it's talk about people spreading rumors. Because, like, they're talking to each other, telling stories, but those stories aren't necessarily based on fact. They're just going, oh, don't you know? As opposed to, look, here's the information. So... dude, it's like, oh, I see. Right, I thought you were getting at something else there, Genius. My bad, I made a joke out of something else because I thought you were making a joke. Yeah, some folks definitely don't care, and it is problematic. It makes it harder for all the people who do follow the law. It's like the amount of effort Max is putting to, like, passing his drone flying tests and stuff like that. It really does suck. I mean, okay, so that's working as we want it to now. But yeah, it's basically people spreading rumors as opposed to, like, talking facts. I went on a very long-winded explanation of it there. But it's effectively the rumor mill. Legit, I follow the law, suffer from the actions. Yeah, entirely justified. It really does suck. It's not fair, but you end up suffering as a result of it all the same. Anyway, so that now does that. It tracks the total points. We're storing it with all these other redeems, but for now, I'm only going to set up a command to pull back the total spent. Later on, I'll like set up some other things so that like you can see what points you've spent per redeem and stuff like that. But for now, we're just going to do total spend. Those are locations to beach I will fly, never in a million years. Yeah, when you've got people, it can be very problematic. Very problematic. We have that game here too. We don't have an idiom with it. I don't know if it has a name in Danish. What do you refer to it as then? I should have just said idiom. That would make so much more sense. But I'm a fucking idiot. There you go. Anyway, so we need a new command. And let's close that. We don't need that anymore. Close that because we don't need that anymore. Close the warp streaks. We have that open. Ready. But let's take new. That took a minute, didn't it? Thanks for explaining. No worries. Always happy to explain. Apologies for making a joke about it. I thought we were still joking around. That's my bad. Points. And I think we call that the Whisper game. That's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, the name itself doesn't really matter. That's just how you reference it. The concept is the same. Now that I think about it, the fact that we call it Chinese Whispers is probably not great. Like, the fact that we call it Chinese is kind of suggestive now that I think about it. But there you go. That's how we refer to it in the UK. Right, and base. Okay. That definitely. Public, right, run, go, yeah, we are go want to sort that out. Here. Now you're not fat middle-aged white dude. There's me having a bit of a rant in me. I really need to tidy this up and sort it out. The longer I put it off, the more of a ball ache it's gonna be. Get there eventually. Just get it. Right, here we go. Commands. Yeah. I should have seen that one. Oh, all right, here's some lore. Here's some lore. I'll explain the marmalade. This is less character lore and more for me from university. When I was at university, in my first year, we had a unit called problem solving. And this was an incredible unit led by an incredible lecturer. In my opinion, it was the best unit in the entire course, and most people would say it was one of the best. Even the people who didn't get on with it very well would typically say it was one of the better units. And interestingly, it was not necessarily to do with computer science. It wasn't computer science specific, this unit. It was very much more around the concept of problem solving. Like breaking things apart, looking at abstraction. How does the human mind work and store memories and stuff like that? And also looking at like, why are computers architected the way they are? Because they like effectively emulate human brains the way they function. They don't function the way they do because it's efficient. They function that way because that's how it started off. They emulate how a human thinks. Make it easier for humans to use them. It really was an incredible lecture. I don't remember most of my lectures, and especially for my first year, I slept through most of my lectures. Not the problem-solving one. They were really good. Yeah, it's honestly, not many people realize that, but it's a really cool fact that they're built to emulate the way the human brain thinks. So, like, your storage in your hard drive, that's your long-term storage in your brain. Your RAM, that's your short-term storage in your mind, like your short-term cognitive memory. Then your processor, that's from your, is it the cerebral cortex? I can't remember. The part of the brain that does the thinking. They're designed this way not because it's the most efficient way for them to run, but because it emulates how humans think. But yeah, awesome unit led by an incredible lecturer. And the one lecture, he was trying to explain, or no, before we'd even got in, I can't remember what the lecture was called, but the point of the lecture was it was to try and explain and get us to understand how the human mind works. It was about symbols and representation. Very, unique. I'm going to be butchering this. But basically, what is that? Most people would say that is the number one. But the point of the lecture is that is not the number one. That is a symbol that represents the concept of one. Same with this. Most people say that's a capital A. It is not. It is a symbol that represents the concept of a capital A. And this was what the lecture was about, getting us to understand concepts and that, but also how the human mind understands concepts and how we use them. This was so that we could learn more techniques about how to solve problems and how to think in ways that would help us hold more data in our minds effectively, stuff like that. Incredible lecture. I genuinely wish that he did more, because I would absolutely pay him to learn more about that kind of stuff. It really was that good. There's a reason we say a computer is thinking and sleeping. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is why. That is why. But yeah, this particular lecture, we all came into the lecture theatre, not expect anything different. Anything different. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Link it to me in Discord, Julius. Absolutely. Stick in the Discord server. I will watch that. Your recommendations are usually spot on. Yeah, we all went into the lecture theatre. Usual. Folks were talking, sitting down, getting ready. And anyway, our lecturer, I'm going to call him Robert. Just for the sake of it, we're going to say his name was Robert. He stood up. And another thing to note was that most lecturers would have to call out, all right, we're starting, and people would shut up. Robert didn't have to. The moment that he stood up and walked to the center of the podium, everyone would go quiet. Because this was a man that even students, even people who were a bit dick-headed and didn't really want to do the work, would stop and listen to this man. He was really well respected by students. He fought for students. He would rip a student's head off if they were being stupid. But he would also stand by you students' side and fight for them with tooth and claw and nail if he felt that the students were being hard done by. And did on multiple occasions. So he stood up, walked to the center, and everyone went quiet. And he just kind of stood for a moment in a T-pose position. And then with his arm, he just pointed to his right shoulder and went, imagine I have a parrot here. And then he pointed to his left shoulder. Imagine I have a cat here. And then he went back to a T-pose position, started gyrating his hips, and just went marmalade. As he was doing genuinely a hip and shoulder gyration. And continued that for a couple of moments while saying the word marmalade. Marmalade. And then he just stopped. And then he just started the lecture. Like nothing had happened. And everyone was looking at each other like, the fuck? Did he just have a stroke? Or genuinely, everyone was confused as fuck. And he just started the lecture like nothing had happened. So he went on. He started explaining sort of things like what I was just saying about symbols and stuff like that. And then he started talking about how the human brain stores them. Talk about different methods that we can use, like chunking and such, where we use symbols that we're familiar with to hold multiple bits of data together to be able to hold more information in our short-term memory. Like I said, being able to remember more in the moment. And it got to the end of the lecture, and he just kind of said, and to reinforce what I've been teaching you, this whole point about symbols and representation and how these join together, especially in the human brain, marmalade. And a groan went up in the entire lecture theatre as suddenly everyone in the room suddenly got the image. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, he said, imagine me naked. That was the worst bit. He said, imagine me naked as he was gyrating his hips going marmalade. Like, and as he said marmalade at the end, there was a groan in the lecture theatre as we all suddenly got this picture of Robert naked with a cat and parrot on his shoulder, gyrating his hips going marmalade. And we all were like burying our head in our hands. And he did this to every single year group that he taught. Every single year group. Like, and now, even years later, like, he no longer teaches at that university. He no longer does that module. And I genuinely think students are missing out from that module. Not just because they're no longer being traumatized by the word fucking marmalade, but because it really was that good of a lecture. It was that good of a module. It was delivered by that good of a lecturer. He was really incredible. And it is funny because, yes, now whenever you say marmalade to anyone who's been in those lectures, they get the picture of that man naked, gyrating his hips with a cat parrot on his shoulder. Like, he's ingrained it into us. He was that good. But it was also an incredible way. He didn't just do it as a laugh. He didn't just do it to traumatize us. He did it to show us, and not just show us, but prove to us how you can use what he was teaching to be a powerful tool. You can use it to build up and train yourself and learn how to store more information in your head, but also how to look at a problem and break it apart and such. So yeah, that's what P-Quad said marmalade for, because he has also done that course. He did it some years after me, but he has also done that course. And you can always tell when people were at that university at a certain range of years who did computer science because of that. Let me put it another way to say just how good those lectures were. At the university I went to, there was a split. You had the computer science, like School of Computer Science, where it had 2 degrees. It had the computer science course, which I was on, and it had the games development course. For the most part, the 2 courses had similar modules, but there were some units they did differently. The problem-solving course was only for computer science. Game dev students didn't have to do it. Now, you could optionally go to extra lectures if you wanted to, but I'm sure many of you can imagine most students weren't interested in going to extra lectures that they didn't have to. Not for problem solving. Problem solving, Robert would literally have people coming in from the games dev course to come and sit in to his problem solving lectures. Some people would still skip. You still got some people who wouldn't bother turning up or leave halfway through the lecture. But Robert would have like games dev students coming in and like other people occasionally because his lectures were that good. And it really was like the way he taught. Another thing, for like one of our last lectures, it was a group task for the assignment that year, or for that semester for problem solving. And we had various questions that we had to get the answers to. And some of them were really random. It was things like, get the size of my shoe. Genuinely, some of the things were like, get my shoe size, or get my hat size, and stuff like that. And the point was, he wasn't looking for us to get the right answers. He was looking for us to like try different ways of solving the problem. And then we would give a presentation at the end to say what we tried, what we didn't, and speak how we went through it. Hey Jade, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well. I see you. This door's been locked until you write your suite of unit tests. I knew that was going to get a comment. When I was writing out the title, I thought if Jade comes in, I know I'm going to get bitten for not using unit tests. And that is entirely valid. Yeah, absolutely fair. If I had unit tests, that could have been caught by him. That's completely on me. Hope you're keeping well though, Jade. But yeah, like, even to the point where at the last lecture, a week before we gave the presentations, he said at the start, stick around, don't leave halfway through. I know some of you do, and some of you still will. But you want to stick around till the end. Naturally, some people left halfway through because they couldn't be arsed. Those of you who stuck around at the end, he said, and those of you who have stuck around for the end, I'm about to make your life easier. He clicked to the next slide, and it had all the answers to the questions for the coursework we were doing. He was like, but don't forget, if you just turn up to a presentation and say, right, here's the answers, don't fail. You need to explain why. And honestly, it was an absolutely amazing, amazing module. Like, it is a genuine shame that it's not done anymore. Genuine shit. So that's the story behind Marmalade. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let me catch up on chat a little bit. Love this. Genuinely, viewers, you would have loved him. Like, Robert was an incredible lecturer. Like, he would rip students' head off. I remember we had an emergency lecture once because a lot of people in my year group were real little shits and were doing some pretty bad things. He ripped all our asses a new one in an emergency lecture. But he would also stand and fight for students. He, honestly, was an amazing person. He was an absolute legend. Absolute legend. What a fantastic lecture. Fantastic doesn't begin to cover it. It really doesn't. I had a prof in uni who was ideologically opposed to exams. The idea exam was write a one-page essay on topic and everyone who put in any effort. I love that. I love that. That is someone I could get on with. Like, I'm not 100% against exams. There are cases where I can see them working. But they are applied to far too many situations that they are just not suited for. Like, the coursework, people look down on coursework and they shouldn't. Because realistically, coursework is closer to like real world work than like an exam is in a lot of cases. So for some things like doctors and surgeons, sure, you can see how an exam is like more appropriate. But for like computer science, coursework's much more like on it. Thank you for sharing that. I love to hear about lectures like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know what Robert's doing now, but I genuinely hope that man is having an amazing time. He was an incredible guy. He wasn't just a lecturer. He was our head of school for a while. And he was an incredible head of school. Also prefaced the speech along the lines of, I'm ideologically opposed to this, but I love that. Oh, man, that is a lecture I would buy drinks for. Oh, man. I imagine he was fairly popular with your group, Jade. Like, tell me if otherwise, but I imagine he was pretty popular. Total points. Oh, man. That is absolutely brilliant. Mom, you little shit. If you overuse it, you can if you overuse it, you can reprogram people. Yeah, put that out there now. If you try and use Marmalade on me or anyone else who's been there too often, it does get reprogrammed. So be careful with its usage. Multiple choice exams don't matter. They achieve nothing. Pretty much. It's just a memory test at that point. It's just a memory test. And even then, it's not necessarily much of a memory test. Because depending on the multiple choice, you can skim by that. Like, in theory, if you've got multiple, choice questions, you've only got 3 answers. If you've got 100 questions, based on pure luck, you'll average about 33% typically. On average, obviously, it's not necessarily the case, but, it goes to show that it doesn't, even as a format, it doesn't really work that well. Genuinely extremely good teacher? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Oh, man. Bits. Total points. Project exams, how it shows skill and structure. Yeah, like I said, there are times, I'm not going to say exams never work. There are things they work for. I used to do dance exams and stuff like that. There are times when they work. They are the best way to do something. It just not always. Not everything should be an exam. Like, unfortunately, it's the way education's kind of going, at least in the UK, to like make everything an exam and stuff. Also remove like the creative elements from stuff, yada yada yada. But there we go. I'm not going to go into that rant because I've done it enough times already. Much more important stuff? Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Yeah. And that's interesting. Yeah, stick a link in the Discord, viewers. I'll check it out later on. Also, Jade, because you'll be curious, and this will absolutely validate what you were saying. The regression is in my quote system. We've got the quote command, obviously. For a while, the quote command would show the index of the quote that the thing was on. It's quote Genius, not remove the S. Maybe I should add S as well. Yeah, so you can see the quotes here, but it's not adding the index anymore. When I made another change, you can literally see it here. I forgot to put the index back in when I was putting the cooldown in. So, yeah, unit tests would have caught that. That's an excellent example of a regression. Excellent example of a regression. I mean, to be fair, no, I'm curious how you'd unit test that exactly, because that's a random. That's choose at random. Oh, wait, no, you'd specify a seed. I would have to change this to allow a seed to be put in. Yeah, okay, there's things I could change there. I'm so sad. I do actually need to look at how best to set up unit tests. I have very simple, like very base start here, but there's not much in it. Badly written. Like, look at this. It's all written by hand. This is not flexible in the slightest. Yeah. That's been in my to-do for, like, genuinely, to give an idea. Like, look. Ticket 361, 360, but if I come all the way up here, run tests on release build, add some more tests, battle simulator boss encounter tests, non-encounter class tests. This is back at like the 200s, the early 200s. Shows how long I've been waiting to do those and just not done them. Just not done them. Alright, you can write for classes and not have to write out all the values. I'm gonna have to look at that, because genuinely, when I was writing all that out, I was like, this cannot be the best way of doing it. This cannot be the best way of doing it. So if that is something you can do, I need to look into that at some point. Because honestly, what I've got there is not great. Just now I need to add that to editing my config off screen because I've still got the go. This one. Points. Yo. Well, I need to run. Thanks for that. No worries. Thanks so much for joining, Jeevious. I'm glad you enjoyed that story. Take care of yourself, bud, and we'll see you next time. But yeah, hang on. Technology I used for. I can't remember what I used. I can't remember what thing I was using. IIRC mock is built in for many options. What did I use for? I can't remember. There was a certain .NET thing I used. I can't remember which one it is. Run this from here. I don't even remember how to run these. Oh, run test. I wonder if any of these are going to fit. I don't remember the last time I ran these. Build errors. Okay. Oh yeah, Test Explorer. I need it. I really do. Anyway, Now, points. And that was you. Well, this is all. I don't care enough. Oh, bless me. You and points. And that's it. And blessings and thanks, man. Oh. Oops. So we are going to get the channel up. Count I. Boom. This oh, which you is VTuber file that is going to want half. That is going to want half. Sorry, do it for that's it. And private it. Yo vibes. I put down that in, right? This that that one be the user directory. Then we want to pass it eve.args count ID. Oh yeah, type go bomb int is an int then thing. Play him as in a total of from channel point total spent error. Here's the week. Oh yeah, because that does it that way. That's what. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. What do we? Dictionary, string, arg, new, dictionary, strings. Go. That, and then this. That line of code. Then we bug change. No, it still wants to be a Lakea command. Bug change it. This. Hey, Exister! Welcome on in. How are you doing? Welcome on into Woodland Rangers. Hope you have a wonderful evening. A follow each command. No, this is total points command. Points, passing args. So that should send the message. So if we run this now, we've got my little file here. It does not like that. Okay. It did not like that. Time. Have a look at why it didn't like that. Studio Assistant. This is our Reaper, Stream Assistant, bin, He's still on .NET 8? You can tell this is an older project, I still have a .NET 6 build folder, like .NET 10. Now, I should probably migrate this to 10 at some point. What's the error? Five. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. Well, that should fix that. That should fix that. Try that again. That should fix it. Gives that. Now if I do total points. Oh, I fucking misspelled the key like a puppet. Yeah. There we go. I'll try that again. Okay. Now if we do total points. Well, we get a different. User is equal to null. Ah. Okay. So this hasn't returned. Account ID. So has it just not been able to find? Try again. I might have to restart the app. No, I don't. Okay. Step into that. That path. Oh, no, that path is not right because I'm fucking. I forgot. Let's remove that to add .json. It helps if I add the file extension on, doesn't it? Helps if I add the file extension on. Pick off that character law. That was a long gas character law. That. Now, hey, there we go. So this can now track channel points. That's 500. Let's use of one of these. Awesome. We can see how far has changed. Format document. Yep, that's gone up by 2. Yeah, yours will throw errors at the moment. Yours will throw errors. The issue being, Max, is that right now, you don't have. If I hit continue, use one of the channel redeems. Use one of the specific. Use specifically a viewer attack one. Use specifically a viewer attack one. Then use the total points. And if you want, you can see if you can take a guess at why it didn't work for you the first time round. Or I can tell you, bit of audience participation here. Yeah, there you go. The reason it didn't work is beforehand you didn't have a file. Right now, this command is assuming you have a file there, and if you haven't got a file, it'll throw an error. So I need to make an edit here to make it so that if it doesn't return a file, it does something else instead. So, if string empty. So that becomes the Fontaine.net 10 for whatever reason. Don't know why. If user not equal null, then message that else message. Oh, hello. Ah, feck off, Titan. Go learn to grow some skin, you big ugly brute. Message. You haven't spent channel yet. Boom. Data. Eve.args. Play name. But good. It really does. Really does. Give me a moment. I'm just gonna turn that off for a sec. Just so I can delete Max's JSON file. Like, because it shows account IDs, which, in fairness, anyone can get an account ID very easily. I just don't want to show them on stream. I don't mind showing my own, but there we go. So now, if we restart, no, hold on, Max, if you're okay. Bit of rise from existence. So this is how we can stop you from catching me in Lakea. Would you rather that, or would you rather be stuck on the anchor? Alright, so don't know why that's not working. So if I do a total points still. Right, Max, if you do total points now, it should tell you you've not spent any channel points yet. Oh. Oh. There we go. Awesome. So, there is no way of getting like historical channel point spending. So we're not going to be able to know how much people have spent before now. But once the new version of Lakea is deployed, she's going to start tracking it. We're going to have like a list of files for everyone. It'll store people's channel points, and we'll be able to track other things as well. I'll fix up the watch streaks later on, because that is a mess. I've been scammed. Look, it's the dev version, dude. It's the dev version. On the upside, we can say this is now working. Oh yeah, I removed the scam message detector. We don't need that anymore. That's been edited. That's good. Config. Yeah. Load config. Yeah. That's all good. So, hashtag 352. We'll push this, and then we'll have a slight break because I want to go make a cup of tea. Moved. Message. Oh. Added. It's a class. Added channel point thing. Added. Be right back, no worries. Let's get that committed. Push up there. Good. Pull. Quest. There we go. Pull. Merge. Go. Put back over onto code. Now if we come back here, we can see that's progressed into done. We'll look at that next because that should be a quick and easy one. Now we'll come back onto main over here. Delete that to try and keep our local clean. And then we'll fetch our changes. That down. Awesome. There we go. Right, we're going to have a quick break there. So if you want to grab a drink, go to the toilet, anything like that, now is your chance, and we'll be back in a few moments. I am back. Okay, let's get on. Let's sort out this bug. That's gonna peeve me. That's gonna peeve me. Lovely new idea. Oh, what idea you got there, bud? This should be a fairly quick one. Bug. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, we're not having a hashtag of burn cogs. You can get out of here with that one. You can absolutely get lost with that one. Oh. Alright. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. Little shitling. I've forgotten what line it is. Yeah. Get quote best. Here we go. Have I got quotes to spend time on it? Oh, I see. I did that in a weird way. Wait, is that even? Since you love KFC, I don't even love KFC that much. It's alright, yeah, don't get me wrong, but I'm not that big into it. I see why I've done it. That means it's missing. Really? Ah, didn't I? One. Dex. Make it I. Changing that bit anyway. Oh, I really did. Why have I done it? What was I doing here? What was I doing with? Hey Moonbright, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, bud. How's Baby Bright doing? Oh, I see. This was where I was having some real issues with someone. Probably why I didn't name this index. Leave it as expert. Go to send. Change. And up to him. Oh, Bobby. X. Has it? That doesn't see. Doing all right, and baby's going to sleep soon. Oh, yeah, glad to hear. Her father was with her, and I'm chilling a bit. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. According to we're not doing cod burning. I hate how much that is catching on. Genuinely hate how much that's catching on. What? Why is it not liking? Don't know here. I don't. You can fuck off. I don't need AI. Just because I'm trying to figure out. Why? Why did you have to remove a genuinely useful feature Replace it with AI. We all know about your passion. You guys made me out to be more and more deranged. Hey, welcome back, Devious. I am sorting out your bug ticket now. At least I would be. I seem to have found a bit of a blockade. Oh. I am an idiot. There we go. That'll fix that. Right, I'm just gonna exit our deployed version of Lakea for a moment. So our usual commands aren't gonna work. This is just so we can test out this version. I'm pretty sure I have... I do. I think it's like an old version of it, but now... I am Genius. I've only just ran it. Status is no longer a command book. If you do total points now, though... Yeah, that's not going to work. Nice try, you cheeky bugger. If you do total points now, it's not... Hibernate's not a command. No, it's not burning cogs, Moonbright. I've never made any application that... Yeah, I've never made any application that burns cogs. Why would I add a command called download malware? Why would that be a command? No, there's not a secret burn cogs command. I could add secret commands, but there's not a burn cogs command. Oh, wow. Reset spiral. Tim, delete system 32. What? Why would I put delete system 32 in there? That's just asking to commit Sabuku. Oh, how are you doing, bud? Hope you're having a good evening. Alright, fine. If you're not doing that, I will test out the quote first. Make sure this regression's fixed. Quote first. Tickle pause. Uh-oh. Index was out of range. Uh-oh. That did not work. You trying to add curl? Is it bad that I saw the curl bit? I thought, oh, that could be cool functionality. No, don't do that. That'll be terrible functionality. Don't do that. Hey. Where's the thing? Index out of range. That would be insane functionality. I mean, I could definitely build it. It wouldn't be difficult to build. It would just be stupid to build in. It would be a terrible idea to put that in. Absolutely terrible idea. Don't know why this is working. The pause. Insane to let the internet down. Exactly, yeah. That would be just stupid. That would genuinely be stupid. No. Index is so bad. I really made this difficult for myself, didn't I? I really made this difficult for myself. What was it before? Add. Put index. Oh man. Dude, I owe you a lesson. Oh boy, what lesson's that? Oh, that was in the DNS stuff, wasn't it? Yeah, we both forgot about that one. Damn. Yeah, DNS. Definitely need to do that at some point. Definitely need to do that. Because if that can avoid me needing to do, like, having a better understanding of that before I do certain other tasks would definitely be an aid. Some things I'm happy to stumble through and make mistakes. Others, you can do, but it's easier to have a better understanding from the get-go. It can definitely be cheaper, that's for sure. I don't know why that's not playing ball. That should have... Right, okay. Time to debug. Quote first. First to count. Okay. The X0 here. 1, 2. Count. Out. Send. 5. Okay, add bit. If only it was that easy, Genius. Team G2 with Max. Fucking love these nuts commands you guys are wanting. X4. So it should leave the loop after this. Why is it still? I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. That's why you have step. That's why you have breakpoints. Stepping into the code. You guys are really overestimating the engineering I can do on this. That would have to be one hell of a hack on Twitch to give you infinite channel points. Wow, great minds think alike there, Jeevious. Alright. There we go. Wait, what? That it, right? Oh. I really did make this more complicated then. Delete all quotes except the... No. This looks odd. What, the code? Yeah, the code's a mess. Really is, but it's like I had to completely make a mess of it because for some reason it wasn't working as intended. No, I'm not doing whole law. I don't even know what whole law would be. Genuinely don't know what that would be. Oh, fuck me. He not found. Oh, I put that in the wrong bit because I'm a fucking idiot. Next. That's. Try that again. What are the holes in the... Potholes. Not quite plot holes. Potholes. Slight difference there, Genius. Right, let's try that again while you lot try and like wrangle me into holes. There we go. There we go. And let's just check some of those right. We do quote 7. Okay, here we go. Oh, I forgot they're on cooldown. Alright, yeah, that's fair. That works. It's messy, but it works. Alright. Let's start the real Lakea back up again. Will the real Lakea please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. The whole... Fuck's sake. Devious. Max, no, you've already caught her once. Leave the poor woman alone. Delete Lakea. That's even worse than tying her to a fucking tree. Oh, you lot are evil. You're all fucking evil. Anyway, let's push this. 361 fixed quote fest regression. Added quote text back to quote fest. Quote index back to quote text. The command Quote. Look that, really? God's sake. Why do we have some? No. How do you guys know exactly which quotes are the whole quotes? Totally by accident. There's no way. I flat out refuse to believe that yours and Moonlight's like quotes were accidentally whore related. I flat out refuse to believe that. Not a cat in hell's chance. No way. Oh, fucking hell. Surely there are not that many holes. Hang on, let's open the quote file. Yeah, sorry, they all got moved when we did the quote clearing. But see, no holes. No holes. No holes. No holes. See? Loads of here that aren't holes. That one's not about holes. That's just fucking hell. Minnie being absolutely brutal. That one's not about holes. It's about other things. That's not much better. That one's not about holes. It's about piss. Some of these are much better. We need this list. I don't see why I can't share it in the Discord. I should be able to share it in the Discord. I can't think any reason why I can't. Yeah, because it's all... Yeah, there's no token. There we go. You found it in the end. Didn't I share it in the Discord once? Pretty sure I did, but hey, that is the wrong server. That would raise questions if I posted it in there. Hang on, let me open Stream Links. Why is it failing to load messages? Is Discord shitting itself? Huh. Okay, you might have to remind me later on, because for some reason Discord's just telling me, yep, well, great, Discord's having issues. Wonderful. Alright, remind me later on, I'll post it in there. Yes, we've committed up. So now go here. Really? Has it been shitting itself all stream then? Fuck's sake. That's a ball ache. That's a ball ache. Yep. First. And that branch. And change. Yeah, no smart idea. I didn't think that through. Basically, the plot of all MC streams. That is calling me out, sir. You are 100% accurate, but that is still calling me out, good sir. Alright. Now, that's that one done. That one is going to be one to do off stream. It's going to need tokens and that. That is one we could look at doing. That is another one to do off stream. It's going to take out. And that's one we could do. That one is... Actually, can't block behind that one. Got arguments could do, and so messages is another we can. That's one for off stream. That's one for off stream. You know what? That redundant. Huh. Oof. Let's look at this one then. Let's see if we can figure this one out. We might not get it done today, but we can certainly take a look at it. So, capture, we want to be able to make it so certain types of events can bypass Lakea being caught. Events not in the bypass list are still blocked. Lakea is still able to retort events that are in the block list. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Oh, I've had a headache. It's set on in the last half hour. I blame the long week. Yeah, I probably will before long, Genius. We'll go for a little bit longer yet, because I don't need to, like, completely dash off. But we'll take a look at this one. Maybe see if we can take a bit of a look. Then wrap up not long after that. Fall into the hole. Oh, you're not letting these whole ones go anytime soon, are you? Oh, yes, we're definitely, like, safe for work around this community. We don't have, like, inappropriate jokes or anything at all. Don't know what you're on about. I've got, oh, clearly, here we go with the puns again. Alright. So. Lakea caught. And so right now. On the Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So a new event comes in. Okay, not today. I didn't even see that. Sorry, bud. New event comes in. We check to see if we have an output for that event. Then down here, we check that we have actually got an output. If we do have an output, we check if Lakea is caught. Wait, why are we doing? Yes. Right. We check that Lakea is caught, and that returns an item. The reason for this is that if Lakea is caught and we want to retort, it returns a new item and we process an event all the same. So we're processing an event either way, but if she is caught, we change the event we're processing, which is why we still return an item. So what we want to do is, in this one, right now we can see that there are some that bypass it. So mainly ones to do with Lakea getting caught. They'll just get returned normally anyway. All the others just return a retort instead. So what we want to do is we want to change this into something that we can define in our config file. So in our config file, we're going to make it so that we can decide what events get blocked, what events automatically pass. Now, these ones are always going to want to pass. So we'll make these like default ones that pass anyway. So Serious, that's only in our dev version. Hang on, if I run this, it'll work for you. Hang on. It'll work. I'm gonna close this. It'll make a file in the dev version. Worth noting, they won't be in the deployed version. So it's not gonna be there for a short while. You can add arguments, but it won't mean anything. It'll just ignore any arguments you put in at the moment. But if you were to spend, if you were to use a channel redeem now, but yeah, if you were to use a channel redeem now and then, there you go, and nav use total points, that should work. I always show your file off on stream because I'd always show your Twitch account ID. In theory, it would be fine. Anyone can get your Twitch account ID, and it's not like they can do anything with it. But I still don't want to be showing off other people's Twitch account IDs outside my own, just in case. Dizzle. So yeah. It's gonna be good once that's deployed. I'm not gonna lie, I am very tempted to deploy this sooner rather than later. I might do a sort of mid-sprint deployment. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do a mid-sprint deployment and I'm gonna do it on stream. I am gonna do it on stream. I'm even gonna do it off this branch, which I shouldn't do, but fuck it, that's what I'm going. When was the last time I did it? Somewhat recently. Yeah, I did, so I'm not getting I'm gonna be naughty. What could go wrong? Yeah, exactly. What could possibly go wrong, eh? Alright, so we'll set that to release. That we want to build. Give that a minute. Got some extra work to do where it's building because I've given it extra work to do. So that's finished. Put that back to D. If I now come back here, in our bin, we have a release, but I have a output here where it moves it. Here we go. So this is our new version. Burning, for fuck's sake! Never gonna let it end. Never gonna let it end. Oh, I am gonna have to make some changes to our config. Because we have made config changes. We have made config changes. This is my folder that I actually run Lakea out of. Then I should put her in my back now. Okay, so I'm going to minimize that. Now we're gonna open this in new window. Open configuration. Configurations that we does. Fire in the hole! Right, okay. Close that. Go come back here, but I'm going to turn this off for a second because I've got to make some changes to config to account for what we've changed. So you guys are gonna see not a lot for a moment. I apologize, but it's gotta be done. So first off, I think I've already removed status before now. Oh, no, it was the other one, wasn't it? Not the warp streak. It was the scam. Gotta remove the scam stuff. Scam message. Okay, remove that because that's gone. Then we need to add the total points in. Warp streak. Go. Make sure the indentation's right for that. Right, okay. So I'm going to move that over to this monitor so that it's out the way. Now I can bring my screen back. There you go. Minimize that. So now if I come back here, oh, that's our output. We want this one. So if I close Lakea, that's this one. So if this is our new built version. Run. Okay. That. I'll leave her on my main screen. I'm not gonna. Oh, I don't know. Don't use any channel points yet. I've just remembered something. Like shit. Oh, it's already in there. Oh. Apparently someone's already done it. Okay, if you guys start using channel redeems and that now, it should start storing your data. Well, that sounds bad. I don't like that, but it should start storing your data. Yeah, I'm going to sell all your data to data brokers, folks. I'm going to get rich off you guys. That's a scary thing to say in today's world. You know what I mean? It should start storing your channel points. Yeah, I know, right? Apologies if I've accidentally spammed reminders. Nah, dude, don't worry about it. Oh, is this in the Discord? Don't worry about it. If the spammings come through because of, like, Discord being down, that's not your fault. That's fine. Okay, logs is buggered. That's not a command. That's not a command. Look, Moonbright, even Lakea is telling you, unrecognized command. Okay? Lakea is telling you she doesn't recognize the command. If you don't believe me, listen to Lakea. Oh, I just like things. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, if I open my file of this. Right one. Maybe. I won't open that other file because I don't know who it is, but I don't want to show off the ID on stream, so no for now. Anyway, reminder to post the thing of things into thing because when you tried to post the thing earlier, the other thing shut itself. That is the reminder I said. How I ever understand what you're referring to when you say things like that, I genuinely have no fucking clue. I genuinely have no fucking clue. A message is going to load now. Hey, now they're looking to. Oh no, Streamlink still isn't loading for me, so I still can't post it in Streamlinks. Will other cool stuff load? No, only gaming chat will load. Oh wait, no, that one's loaded now. Let me 5 data quotes. There you go. It's put. Hang on. Has it posted? No, it's eaten it and refused to send. Okay. Good fucking job, Discord. Yeah, you're gonna have to remind me later, Genius, because Discord's still being a little funky. It's still being a little funky. You have posted in reminders, actually, so yeah. I'll look later on. Might have to be a tomorrow job. Yeah, I wonder what the issue is. Either way, yeah. Does someone want to use a channel point or two? I just want to like make sure this is working the deployed version. Absolutely, I can test myself if I just delete my file. And then I use, let's go with the viewer tag Goku. A file has appeared with my ID. There we go. There we go. Right, okay. Now, we are finally tracking channel points. I said this before, there's no way of getting historical data. So, so we won't know for future. We won't know for however many points people have spent before now. But any now, like there, Genius, 300 arrows, boom. It's all going to stop. Oh, it's something's wrong? What, with Discord or with this? Wait, oh, something is very wrong there. 50? Hang on. Wait, do you... You already had a file for some reason. Okay, I don't understand how. I don't understand how, but it has... I had a second file here, and it has you having used viewer attack, random attack twice, and the fight weak monster once. Huh. I don't understand how. Oh, don't save. It was saving to prod while testing? It shouldn't have been. No, let me just check my, that. No, it really wasn't. I'm looking, like, I'm not showing on stream because it shows data I shouldn't show on stream, but I'm looking at my config file for my dev build now. It's pointing to dev. I have, if I come back here and re-enable PC game, like, I have live data, the folder that, like, our deployed version runs against, that I have dev end, which is for my development side. It's pointed to my dev side, so I don't know how it's got that data. How the... Yeah, let me just check. Hang on. Let's look at config for deployed. No, that's pointed to live. Again, I can't show it on stream because I can't show the data it can't. And I can post the file paths though in chat. So this is my dev one. My file path, yeah, to dev. And then this is my deployed one. Like, you can see they're pointing. How is it? I am so confused as to how it's done that. Genius, would you be okay using another channel point? Like, just anything, be it wolf howl, like, I don't know, show random out, something. Is dev still running? No, dev's still not running. We've only got our deployed version. Don't have enough? Ah, that's fair. I don't know how that happened. Okay, train with Lakea. So I'm just going to hide the screen again so I'm not showing showing off Devious account details. Yeah, that looks like it's working as intended. If you do total points now, it should show you 325. I don't get it. I don't think it's a problem because ultimately you did use those redeems and you've got all the redeems historically. So it's working. I just don't know how it caught those ones earlier. Oh! Right, okay. I think I know why. I think I know what happened. Okay. So what happens is when we connect to Twitch for the WebSocket, this is something I found I forgot about. If an event runs on Twitch and then I connect an application to Twitch pretty soon after the event, Twitch will resend that data to the new connection for events that were triggered before that connection. It's only got a small window, but it will sometimes send that. So that's what it would have been. Right, there was me trying to desperately figure it out. Like genuine panic there, because yeah, I do not want dev deploying. I do not want dev working off live environment. I say live environment. This is a very dirty like dev and live, but still, like you get the point. But that explains it. Not quote 4 then. Hang on. Yeah, no, it's my idea. I didn't. No, not quote 4. Not quote 4. I didn't quote for it. I didn't quote for it. Oh, man. For a moment, I did worry that I quote for it, but I did not quote for it. Oh. Get rid of that. That's... Right, I didn't... So, I don't think we'll get this done today, as I do want to wrap up soon. But I'm thinking I'm turning it down for the evening. I'm not so bad. No, that's completely fair. I think I'm going to be wrapping it up in a few minutes as well, Max. So, not a problem. Take care of yourself, bud. I hope you feel better soon. Have a good weekend. But yeah, I think the plan is we will edit our config so that we can pass in events. We will hard code these 4 event types. Because we always want these to be... We always want these events to bypass Lakea being caught. But then we'll just set it up so that when Lakea starts up, she takes the events from the config, she adds them to the list that these are in, and then actually this will be very quick and easy. This will be very quick and easy. We can do private list. Event goals. Wait, is it event goals? Oh. Event goals we're blocking. I thought it was incoming events. Event goals we have allowing through? Huh. Okay, I might need to spend more time thinking that through then. Need to use one more train with Lakea. I can't live, man. Yeah, you've got to pay it back to 0, dude. Got to pay it back to 0. To be fair, personally, I don't mind it ending in 5. 0 is better, but 5 is acceptable if it's like 25. But yeah, now you may end the stream at your leisure. Thank you, dude. This is going to be awesome. Like, being able to track how many channel points people have. I think this is going to be a fun one for people. I think that's genuinely going to be a fun one for people. But we are going to see so that's now deployed. I'm going to archive these. Because that's my way of knowing that these are out the way. Be like, they're in the deployed version. Anything that's in the done part is stuff that I've worked on, but it's only in the dev version for now. So the way I work it is that when I deploy a new version, anything in done gets archived, and that's how I can keep track of what's in the deployed version and what's not. So it's like if I was to go to archived items, we can see all the stuff historically. So, oh man, Kanban is awesome. Yeah, like I lean a little bit more on agile, but Kanban's definitely, honestly, like they've all got the pros and cons. They're all great ways of working, and to be honest, usually like I find that you end up. Purists would say, oh, you have to use Agile, you have to use Kanban, you have to use one or another for whatever reason. But usually, like, I find that, like, for a lot of projects, that you can end up taking bits and pieces. You might mainly align with the ideology behind one, but you can easily end up using, like, bits from all of them. There's no right or wrong way to, like, do a workflow. They're all there for a reason. They're all there for a reason. Just a way to show tasks. Not quite. There is a workflow for Kanban, But it is, the workflow for Kanban is pretty much, here's a list of tasks, go at it. It's a lot more open. It's like, it is like, here's all the tasks, but you can also work in Kanban. It's why Kanban really works best when you do merge it with another one. I don't remember all the details. Honestly, it's a lot to keep track of. And again, different people sometimes tell you different things. So even people who are supposedly like professionals in it, it feels like will give you different answers sometimes. So let me know what you find if you do research it, because I would be curious, to be fair. I would be curious. I'm just giving Moonbright a chance to fight all the monsters now. Nice job hitting level 32 there, Moonbright. Done. Oh, to do, sorry. Yeah. Pretty much. I've got a few extras here for some extra things. So it's like we've got blocked. These are tickets that would be in to do, but they're blocked by other tasks. So, for example, if we come down to... where is it? Here we go. So Discord integration. We have one here. It says Discord, send message to server channel. That one can't be done until Discord integration's done. So I have a blocked column. I should probably go through and double check these actually, so that I can see what bits of work I can't do. And then if we like open it up, like I have it listed what ticket it's blocked by. Then when that blocking ticket is done, it moves out. So I have that one, and then triage is basically my list of things that are more ideas, more potentials, things that I'm considering or need some more exploration before like I decide that they're definitely going to be done or not. But outside of that, like I still go off the basic to do, doing, done. I just have a couple more in there for that extra little bit of detail. I have had a work life of closing in on 20 years. I've only started to use task list recently. Yeah, that's entirely fair. I didn't for a long time while I was at university and stuff like that. And I do more now when it comes to development, and that it makes things so much easier. Like, yeah, I even just seen like artists using things like Trello and that. It really does help you organize things, make it a lot easier. It really does. Alright, I am gonna wrap things up there because I'm tired. So I'm gonna answer some messages when we finish up here, not on Discord because that's still shitting itself, and then probably head to bed. But I do want to say thank you very much for joining, guys. It's been an awesome stream. We've actually got a fair bit done. I am very happy to have the channel points tracker in. It's something we've been talking about for a while now, and it's like something that people can have a bit of fun with. I'll expand on it later on so that people can get more out of it. Things like getting, not just total points, but also like if I open mine again, we can expand on it later on so that you can get it pair redeem. Top points. Oh, do you want to see who's spent the most? That would be an interesting one. Who spent the most channel points? We could add that. We could definitely add that. Yeah. That could be one to add. We'll add it later on at infinite hours. That is beyond my ability to do. Twitch API won't let me do that. Oh, man. Yeah. I am enjoying the fact that we're adding more and more fun stuff. Like, it's literally been years at this point. This has been multi-year project, just slowly adding on more and more, trying new things, occasionally removing it, sometimes changing, but like overall just adding more and more. And I do genuinely love some of the things that we've got in here. Like, and I love what I love even more is the fact that you guys like love using some of it, like the monster battles, like the top bits, the channel points tracker now. All absolutely issue. Brilliant. Issue 364. Have you... Let's have a look. Top point. Okay, I might need a few more details than that, but okay. I'll add that now. That's gonna be pretty quick. Mention. Yep. 3. Points. Man. Bits going then there we go. Adding there we go. This project is open. Oh, honestly, yeah, I love that you guys engage with it. Like, I genuinely love that you guys engage with it. Like, leaving it open so that you guys can mark bugs and, like, put in ideas and stuff like that. Because ultimately, like, to put this almost in, like, a true software engineering thing, you guys are kind of the stakeholders. You are the end user. Not really the end user, but you're all stakeholders in this. So, like, it makes sense to, like, get your input and, like, allow it to be open. Ultimately, I'm, like, the one who controls the project. But you lot have a stake in it, so it's worth doing. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. Okay, so label is not a regret. This would come under as enhancement. We will add that there. It wants to go in the to-do. There we go. I prefer messing things up. Well, don't worry. I do plenty of that to cover all of us, Moonbright. There we go. Top points. That's added. And that can be one for another time. We have so many in the to-do. Alright, we are going to leave things there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It has been an awesome stream as always. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm thinking of doing some Spell Force as we're nearing the end of that. But we might do something else. We will see. And we'll be back next week as well. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next time. Take care.